Check a Pro Joe, Jim Clark here on the Check a Pro radio show with a guy who does something that's very important. His name is Jeremy from Ember Keepers. Jeremy, how are you?
Doing pretty good. How's Jim?
Hey, I'm living the dream. Thanks for joining me today on the program. You actually have an important job. But before we get into the safety and the cleanliness and the importance of maintaining chimneys and fireplaces, wood stoves, and so forth, I want everyone to understand why you do what you do. Why do you guys at Ember Keepers do what you do every day?
Mhm. Yeah, that's a good question. Well, it started off about 20 years ago with my dad, and I took it over a few years ago, and I really just love the business. I love helping families and protecting homes and just delivering, uh, good fire solutions for our community. We live in high elevation area in the mountains, so it's important that we have backup heat. Power goes out all the time, so that's very important. Um, Safety first
Mm,
is you know, build the peace of mind. People are comfortable burning a fire in their house. They know that it's safe to do it, um, and really just help, you know,
yeah.
empower communities to be self-sufficient and be safe and have that peace of mind.
Absolutely. It's in your blood. You've taken it from a previous generation moving forward. And as part of that, you've developed a new brand, which is great as well. So if people are like, hey, this guy Jeremy looks familiar, but that image behind him looks new. Do you want to talk a little bit about why Ember Keepers from the previous brand? I love the name.
Yeah, so like I said, I bought it from my dad a few years ago, and he was just one guy in a van. He built it up to something that was great and helped the community, and I really enjoyed that. Like I said, and being a part of that. But as we grow older and get bigger, you have more employees. It's important that we align everything together and we're all going for the same values and mission, which is important for us, keeping people safe, happy, and ready to burn a fire when they need it. It's also we're going outside of the high country, Boone, North Carolina area, going more into Johnson City, Kingsport, Bristol. So that is also a good reason why we rebranded when we did to get better name recognition. Tristan's Chimney was a great brand, but it lacked a little bit of memorability.
Mm.
And so it's just a more memorable logo name, and it just helps foster really good team empowerment. You know, so it's important for us.
Yeah, and it's a very warm logo. The image is warm. When you look at it carefully, you obviously see the flames, but
Mhm.
but what I see is I see like a firebox, right? Like the fireplace in it. Other people might see maybe outside burning pit or something, but I see the inside. Being warm. You could also make maybe a wood stove out of it with your mind, right? And it's a very pleasing image. And I think you've done a great thing to move forward with a different look. It's a new generation. You're moving forward, growing your business, and wanting to help the community, which is important. A lot of people think of a chimney sweep, right? Because
Mhm.
that's really like, Ember
Exactly.
Keepers, aka chimney sweep. You're more than that. You don't just clean the chimney. You look at different things. It has to be or should be inspected. They need to be safe. When you think about it, when you start a fire in your home, there's a huge risk. You don't want the home to burn down. You want that fire to bring you warmth. You want to spend time around it with your family. You want to make sure that it's drafting properly, that the fumes, the smoke are going up and out. And so it's more than just cleaning, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. And and that's another good reason why we did, rebrand and so we could really position ourselves to be more than just a chimney sweep,
Hmm.
because often we get the questions of, well, do you just sweep or do you install stoves or do you do masonry work? Do you do it, install caps? There's a lot of different, relevant things that we do to, make sure that the chimney is safe, meets the standards. You're confident in doing it, and that it doesn't leak. You have no problems, with in those regards. So,
Yeah.
it's the total package.
And there's always the
Right.
question, do you eradicate raccoons and squirrels, right? Because in the summertime, they may move in. And once you open the flue and crank up that fire for the first time, you're going to have some things scurrying about. Do you get that question? I know you're not in the pest control business,
Yeah.
but I'm sure that comes up. We have birds living there. We
Right.
have, I mean, a snake fell down. I mean, I'm sure you've seen all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, no, that's a great question, actually, because in our area of the country, we have a thing called a chimney swift. Uh, a lot of the parts of the country do, but
Mm,
they're a federally protected migratory bird species. I know that's a
mm,
mouthful, but if they nest in chimneys, and it's a $10,000 fine per bird if you disturb the nest while it's active. And so that's a big thing that we have to deal with. So it's a great great reason to get your chimney capped or a screen on it or something to prevent things from getting inside.
Yeah, I'll tell you something. I thought I was doing the right thing. We've lived in our home for 11 years now. We love to burn. First time I cranked it up this season, wasps fell down. Well, it's hard to keep a wasp out because
Yeah.
they're small, but no more problem because we literally smoked them out. And so there you go. Hey, Jeremy, thank you so much for joining me today on the program. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Happy to be here. Thank you.